got a copy here. Hopefully everybody up there has a copy. What we did with this conditional use ordinance was we felt that it was too restrictive having a list in there of specific things, because it doesn't allow the planning commission or the city council to use their best judgment, as well as the ordinances we have in place for conditional uses, to give out conditional uses. In other words, there's a whole chapter on the types of things you need to do to decide on whether or not to allow conditional uses in certain areas. So what we did was we just took out the words the following a few times in these in order to take out that we were restricted to these that are in the list. And then I believe our lawyer put in and considered the existing zoning as used by the surrounding property. So I'd like to read this paragraph, which basically reads what conditional uses are all about. The Planning Commission review of conditional uses shall be with the general purpose of guiding and accomplishing a coordinated, adjusted, and harmonious development in accordance with existing and future needs. In making a recommendation on conditional uses, the Planning Commission shall consider the existing zoning and use of the surrounding property, the present and future requirements for street, off-street, and off-street parking in relation to exits and entrances from public streets, pedestrian and vehicular traffic circulation, availability of water and other utilities and other public requirements. The City Council may impose reasonable conditions as are necessary to protect the surrounding property and to carry out purposes of this chapter and characteristics of this zone. We feel that that's strong enough that that allows us to use good judgment in giving out conditional uses, because these conditional uses that are listed now, like churches and parks and playgrounds and schools and athletic fields and swimming areas, that's all good stuff. We want to use those as examples, but not be restricted to those, because people might have good ideas. And this is not specific to assisted living or not. It's so that we as a planning commission and a city council can use good judgment and make the decisions we need to do. You know, instead of being restricted to an antiquated list of old ideas and not being open to any new ones. I know we have a golf course in the city, and somehow that happened, and that's not at any list anywhere. So obviously we're open to good ideas, because that's a great idea. It's awesome for the city. So just wanted to present that. That's what it's all about.
Okay. This is just for now.
Because each of them reads slightly different. We plan on, as we are with all of the ordinances, going through each of them and making them all better. That's part of what the Planning Commission's been working on for over a year. So we're going through this as an exercise. Yeah. This is just one little piece. And, you know, obviously if we, you know, if we need, we'd rather revise this as kind of a pilot so that we know what we need to do for the other one, if we need to make more modifications. Instead of just bringing it to you as a great big lump.
Yeah, and I understand that. It's just, I just wanted clarification that this is only modifying this ordinance.
Yes, it is, for R115.
Because I know there's been other questions about other ordinances.
Right, and we plan on addressing them all, but we didn't want to eat the elephant today.
Would you like, I know who you are, but would you like to tell everybody else who you are?
My name is Ken Phipp, and I'm on the Planning Commission.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to make it clear so that as we get into the discussion, that we're clear on what this is about and what it's not about. Thank you.
Well, one thing